All right, let's see what's going on for you this particular last part of August, or second part of August. What's interesting is I look at these cards, they're all in the daylight, which, you know, the intuitive cards or the inner cards, this particular deck and a lot of decks, but especially this one, they're at night. These are all in the daylight. So it tells me that what you're manifesting out is more than intuiting and going in this particular last part of the month. So let's take a look and see what we have. The first one is the Nine of Wands. And this guy here is really protecting all of his energy, his passion, his inspiration, his ideas, what he's put out in the world. And you know what's interesting about this is we had that new moon in Leo on August 2nd. And that was about putting out our talents and our abilities and showing the world, because you guys are the actors and the actresses of the world. So it's really, really about everyone showing their wares, if you will, and planting the seeds. And now we have the Aquarius full moon coming on August 18th, and the seeds are starting to blossom, to bloom. It's energy of celebration. All your work and your passions are starting to show up. And being in the sign of Aquarius, this has to do with the humanitarians of the world, the service of the world. Say if you were a painter and you painted a piece and you really wanted to show it to other people, because it's not just how pretty it looks, but it's the meaning of it as well. So that's what the full moon is. It's an energy of celebration. It's about what we put out in the world and what it means to others. So when I see this Nine of Wands, and the wands are fun because they're like our creativity and our inspiration and our fire, really. And this card really relates to you guys. Now, this is the culmination of a project. And sorry, my puppy's in the background whining. He's looking at himself in the mirror. Don't you love it? All right, so this is the ending of a project. I almost feel like, as you can see here, he's really being protective of what all he's done here. He has his paintbrush out. He's really put into action very neatly and organized what he wants. And this is coming to fruition. The project is, he's looking upon them like with amazing and almost not wanting to let go. If you can see his eyes or see his face. My puppy's whining. He's really looking at them with a little bit of wonder, like, what's next? What am I going to do next? So there's a resolution to a project, there's an ending to a project, but there's more to come. So I feel like any of you guys that have been really putting your energetic light out there, that is paying off for you. I do feel like, again, you're being a little bit guarded, but I do feel like you're seeing some benefits of your works. You're reaping rewards. So that is a good thing. The next card is the Six of Chalices, which is the same as the Six of Cups. And as you can see, there's two kids here. They've been on a picnic, and they have all of their teapots and dishes and cups laid out. And they're still traveling into the future, into the meadows. But the Six of Chalices is about really memories of old. It could be childhood memories. It could be memories of recent past that you really, really enjoyed, that you felt like are bringing you forward, that gave you energy, that gave you positivity. It could be a relationship. This card can also be those that we love that are on the other side. So if you've been thinking about people that, you really loved, your parents, a child possibly, unfortunately, even a pet, but someone who is in spirit that can mean this as well. So it feels like with the culmination of this project, you're really having memories, fond memories of what has been around. Let me see what else I see in this card. As you can see, he's carrying the cage with the bird. That's fun. And in this card, there's a fairy right there. Can you see that fairy? So he's having he's getting some angelic blessings from this fairy. And this fairy is really facing this bird. They're facing each other. So that's the animal kingdom really talking to you. And if you look again at all these cards, they are outside in nature, all four of them. So I would suggest to you, Leo, take some time outdoors. Second half of August, you'll want to do so with this culmination. And I really see you looking into the future here. It's like, well, what else is there? What else can I do that really expands on the experience that I've done? And what I really love to do as a child, what I'd love to do with my mother, who possibly has passed, or my parents or friends. But I am too getting that you are being guided by those on the other side. You may even have a friend who has crossed over, or pets. I'm getting pets big time because I don't know why I'm seeing these two talking to each other. And this, of course, is a fairy, but this is a bird. And so it feels like spiritual enlightenment from those who've passed. So pay attention to dreams, intuitive hits, synchronicities, finding coins, finding feathers, especially anything to do with the animal world. That would be of interest. All right, and the next card is the Five of Chalices. So you have two chalice cards. And this one is really about, she has four right here, four right here and one spilt. There's a couple spilled. What she's actually doing is she's looking at the 1, 2 that are spilt and the 3 that are full. So she's really focusing on, it's interesting, these two cards actually can go together because she's focusing on past relationships, it feels like to me, or past anxieties, past worries. And, this is memories of, and it feels like to me focusing too much on that. As you can see, the tree doesn't have any leaves, and it's kind of feeling a little bit wicked up here, a little bit worn, stale, starch, like you need to turn around, look at the meadow here, like these kids did, and move forward. A lot of times when we focus too much on the past and we talk about it a lot with other people and, oh, what could have been, and it didn't work out for me, he didn't treat me right, or she didn't treat me right, or this marriage didn't work, or this job didn't work, or I should have made more money, or my business should have worked and it didn't. People get tired of hearing it. That's the biggest negative thing about it. So you might want to watch, like I said, talking about it too much. Really look at the 3 cups that are full and stop looking at what you don't have. Spilt milk. It's over. It's done. It's whatever it is, it's in the past. It's in the past. Okay? And so the 4th card of your 4-card spread, this is the 6 of Swords. So what's interesting is this card is about moving on. This is about being in a relationship, in a business, or somewhere where you've been, it hasn't worked out, and you're ready to move on. So it's interesting that these 3 cards go together. It feels like she's focusing too much on the past, and this one is ready to move on. Now, don't move towards this. Don't move towards sorrow and worry. Move towards happiness, enlightenment, joy, creativity, because your thinking is, I don't want to do this anymore. I really want to focus on what hasn't served me, but it's not doing you any good. Because when I draw more cards to tell me what's going on, the Ace of Cups, you're not looking at new opportunities. The Hangman in reverse, which is better, so maybe you'll start looking at things in a different way. I got the moon in reverse. So that is about being open to walking down that scary path. And so once you do that, because this can be a scary path here. You see the wolves on both sides. So if you decide to say, no, you know what, I'll hang back, I'll catch my breath, I'll figure out what I'm going to do next, and I'll walk down the path, I'll move forward, you're going to see a lot more excitement in what you do. Okay, my friends, so I'm going to add these up numerologically. This is the 9, 6 is 15, and 5 is 26, and 2 and 6 in numerology is 8. And 8 is all about our inner power, our inner strength. It's about bridging the material and the spiritual worlds together. In other words, he's done this here. You've done this. So it feels like the middle of the month, you feel complete. And then you start going into this, past memories and what I should have done, could have done, would have done. But then you're ready to move on. Start September in a new light.